What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Deepwater podcast. It's Chris. Got my man, Coach D, with us again this week.
What up?
Make sure you guys follow us, like, subscribe, do all the things we need to help us help you keep doing what we're doing. What up, Coach D? What's going on?
Man, another day in paradise, man. Another day in paradise. Just came off another event. That event went good in Greenville. We stole the show as usual because that's what we do. Now I finally get a break. So now I got to upgrade all my equipment. So I've been doing that for the past freaking 2 days.
Yeah, we just got back from RAF 12. So getting everything back set up to the show tonight. And hell of an event. It lived up to the 1 year anniversary for RAF for sure.
It did. I would say since we've been watching it, that has given me the most stories to go over since I've been watching RAF. Almost every match has its own story that I can run with. So
yeah, I mean every match was freaking. There weren't too many bad matches actually. There was a couple, but a couple quick ones. But other than that,
yeah. Everybody you say that's gonna bring it brought it. Uno, freaking McCanley, or however you say his name is. You know, Wolf, Nolf, not Wolf, Nolf. What do you say his name?
Nolf.
No, yeah. Everybody you picked delivered something.
Yeah, my boy Max won. Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be a good conversation. When we get into that, boy, I'm gonna turn that shit all the way up. You know how I feel about Bo Nickel. So I'm gonna make Wes and Jeff cry on this podcast if they own it.
Well, we can start with the first one. Ono versus Davino. So like I said, this was a match that was a pure wrestlers wrestling matchup. This is what, if you're a wrestling fan, these are the kind of matches that you were excited about when RAF got created. These are the ones you want to see. You want to see Ono Davino. You want to see shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
And lived up. I mean, Ono's so good defensively. Like it's crazy, dude.
Well, first of all, come to find out, Ono's sister is no joke either. I was like, all right, another freaking sister brother duo out here.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was dope. But what really impressed me about Uno is for not only how good he is, but how he was able to nullify everything. He's like, look, there ain't nothing you can be to do. Nothing. You can't get a shot on. You can't grab a single leg. You can't get an ankle pick. You can't get nothing. I was like, he can't get nothing. He's the other, I can't remember the other guy's name, but he's good.
Yeah, Davino is good, but
Davino, yeah.
What's what I'm saying? You're seeing like NCAA All-American caliber wrestler versus a world champ.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah, that showed. You know, you always hear across the board there's levels to this game. Well, that showed it. That's a comment you will make about that match. There's levels to this game.
There is no sport where that sentence is more true than wrestling.
Yeah.
There are very obvious and noticeable levels to wrestling. Like, you don't even have to know wrestling, but like, man, that dude's real good.
Well, I mean, there's two things I took from RAF 12 was wrestling IQ, patience, and then all-out skill. Some people was just rode on pure skill. Others had to rely on IQ.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, this is almost, I don't want to say nail biter, but it was like, oh shit, okay, I got it. So
well, even in the Ono Davino match, like there were tons of skill on both sides, right? But Ono's mat awareness, his defense, like Davino is a great offensive wrestler.
Yeah.
He scores a lot of points. He has a lot of pace. He's constantly aggressive. And even with that, like he got in on Ono a few times, but Ono's just so good defensively and just understands freestyle wrestling so well that Davino couldn't finish. Davino couldn't even push him out. He tried to and still couldn't do it. So, I mean, I actually thought Ono would beat Davino by more than he did. So, like, Davino keeping it 4-0 just shows you how good Davino is.
Yeah, I think that's really what showed how good Davino was because it was only 4-0.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I agree with you there. And the theme of the night is what you just said, push out. That was the theme of the night. And the fact that he couldn't push Uno out says volumes considering that was the majority of the rest of the cards.
Well, you also got to look at like Davino didn't give up a takedown either.
Yeah.
There were no takedowns scored in that match. Like Ono got an exposure, but nobody scored a takedown in that Ono Davino match. Even though it was 4-0. It was an exposure and 2 pushouts for Ono.
And that brings up another point I'm gonna let you go over a little bit later on about all these stalling points that were being called from a lot of these wrestlers that everybody was like, how was that not stalling call? What is it called? Before the clock. Passivity. Yeah. All these passivity calls where didn't nobody know where they were coming from.
There was definitely one I didn't like.
Yeah.
I forget. I think it was in the which match was it?
Because Gable got one, but because he got a point, it got taken away, but that didn't happen to nobody else.
Yeah. But that was just because it was 1-0 in the second period.
Yeah.
And they hit Cassiope with passivity in the first period, so they had to hit Gable in the second period.
I got you.
I'm thinking like maybe it was the Bull McAnally match. I thought there was a bad passivity call.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
There was one. I can't remember the match, but there was one for sure where I was like, it was. I think it was a tie match or it was close.
No, didn't David Carr have a passivity call on him too?
Yeah, but I think the passivity call that was bad was actually on Salkazanov.
Okay.
I know there's definitely I have to go back and watch it, but there was a match where they put up passivity call and I was sitting there like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I had a hard time figuring out, okay, because once you get it, it seems like you can't get rid of it, whether you're being aggressive or not, whether you're shooting, trying to go for a takedown, whatever you're trying to do, it still ain't going away. You know what I'm saying? I thought passivity for lack of activity, once activity kicks in, it should go away, but it didn't. So
well, it's not. Passivity is really weird because American fans get it confused and think it's like stalling, but it's not. Right? So passivity is like if you're not actively controlling the center of the mat, if you're constantly in the danger zone, they literally call it the passivity zone. Mm-hmm. That second ring before you go out of bounds, that orange ring on most of the mats.
Oh, okay.
That's the passivity zone. So if you're constantly in the passivity zone, you're not controlling the center, they're going to hit you for passivity. It's not really like because like stalling's to force you to create action, whereas passivity is like forcing you to create scoring.
Okay.
So
yeah, I never got that.
Those two aren't like the same thing in principle, right? Like in folk style, you can get a ton of action, no scoring. In freestyle, if you get action, you're going to get points somewhere. So it's a little bit different philosophies on how they try to force guys to wrestle pretty much.
Okay.
So we got that Pacific talk on the fly right there instead of waiting.
All right. So let me ask you a question before we get deep into this. Right. Considering all the matches, do you think Woodley versus Buck was the match of the night, or do you have another one in mind? Because I've seen them all. I'm like, it's no.
I mean, as far as like crowd engagement and entertainment, like definitely entertainment factor, that's probably the match of the night, right?
Well, yeah. Well, there you go. That's that. You probably said the best way you could. Out of all the checkoff boxes of crowd participation, degrees of action, just enough wrestling and overall entertainment. Then if those were the checkoff ones, then that's you 100% correct. Then that is the match of the night. You are right based off if those were criterias, which they should be. To be honest with you.
Yeah. So like, I mean, to be fair, UFC's fight of the night's the same thing, right? Like,
yeah.
If it's not a brawl or someone doesn't get absolutely violently knocked out, like you're not getting fight of the night.
Yeah.
So
well, I put it as the best story that can be told about the old versus new, the old school versus new school. Get on the mat at 44, haven't wrestled since 2005. You know what I'm saying? Been knocked out twice by Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Been on a losing streak. I mean, no motivation at all to be aggressive, to be like, ooh, I'm going to be a world beater again. There's no way you can get that kind of motivation. Now, what he said in that post about, God dang it, you know what I'm talking about. He had his lungs changed. My mind went blank.
Oh, Ben Askren?
Ben Askren. And that, I'll give him that. When he says, if Ben Askren can get his lungs changed and come back and wrestle, then I can get off my goddamn ass. I'm like, you know what? That's 100% right. And both of them, Ben Askren and Woodley, are both from Duke Rufus's gym. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
So, yeah.
I know they're. Well, I mean, I know they're both from Missouri. They both wrestled at Missouri.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're connected at the hip.
They are. I mean, they're from what I'm hearing, they're very close friends.
Yeah, from the wrestling. They're kind of like the ones that put Missouri on the map wrestling wise. Missouri was kind of ass at wrestling before, like that group of kids showed up to Missouri and turned it into like generally a good conference winning wrestling team, pretty much,
Mm.
But it looked like Woodley kind of like figured out how to wrestle again. It's like he got his feet under him after the first period.
Yeah.
He
just figured Buckley out. He's like, okay, Buckley think he's just gonna bully me. Because he's younger and stronger, he's just gonna bully me across this mat. He just set him up. You know what I'm saying? Did some old school wrestling. Just set him up.
He's lucky. He's lucky he figured him out before he got 2 more points.
I know. That's what made it okay. You couldn't write a better story when you was 8 down. Then Buckley didn't score no more points for 2 rounds. It was like, all right, ain't nothing you can say.
And what's crazy is Woodley scored 14 points with 1 takedown. 1 takedown. He put up 14 points.
Hold on. How you mean?
Because everything else is either a push out.
I got your push out. Yeah. Okay,
or,
I got you now.
Or exposure.
Yeah.
Like
he led the push out way. Let me get this 1 point right quick. Push. He led the way. But like I said, the way he came back, man, this pretty good. I know Buckley like, how the hell I blow that shit?
Well, I mean, Woodley's wrestling Chimaev in Russia next week, so.
Oh, well, they're going to end of that.
That's the main event.
At least he got a good warm up, but he about to get smoked.
That's the main event in Rap Russia is Chimaev Woodley. So.
Yeah, I saw that. Because Woodley wasn't moving his feet at all. All I would do was eat protein and run. That's all I would do going into that match. Because if he don't move his feet, he gonna get tossed way better, worse than Buckley tossed him.
Oh, for sure. And then you got
he gonna hit the crowd for real.
He might.
Yep.
He might.
Yeah.
We got Kadik versus Lewin. Lewin got hurt.
Yeah, I saw that.
He hurt his knee in like the first period, but
Yeah.
you know, he got suplexed, which wasn't great. But yeah, Kadik's wrestling Dake again at Rap Russia. So Kadik got his little win, but you know, it'd be nice to see what happened if Luan didn't get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of a not much to really talk about that one besides suplex.
It's definitely one of those what if scenarios for real. Yeah. Oh yeah, outside of suplex, you're correct. So
I mean, the suplex was clean as fuck, but
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
The Julius versus Amabayev. I mean, Amabayev is an MMA fighter, so the Julius went out there and beat the brakes off of him, 10-0.
10-0, real fast. So
the Julius, good dude. We got some pretty good content from his presser. That was pretty funny. We posted that video.
Okay.
Where he said something like, motivation comes from love. He's like, I fucking love this shit. Gable's next to him cracking up.
Hey, go have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Yeah, because Burroughs was sitting next to him. Burroughs was like, I'm going to say it more kid friendly, like I freaking love this stuff.
Well, like I said, right now, Raph has now cemented themselves as wrestling MMA because trash talk is accepted, brawls are accepted, all the rules that normally is in wrestling is not in Raph. It can go where it effing goes, as long as you wrestle.
I got a sidebar because I was thinking, I'm thinking about that article written by ESPN, and it's just pissing me off more and more.
Okay.
These motherfuckers said that Raph is like a combination UFC WWE promotion. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, dude.
Who said that?
ESPN did. ESPN. Huh? ESPN said that shit.
Hold on. ESPN is looking for clickbait. Yo, I'm surprised ESPN ain't called somebody gay on the rest on Raph team because look, nobody's talking about ESPN. Nobody. So they had to say something.
The only time I talk about ESPN is to shit on them.
Yeah. Who's talking? Think about it. Stephen A. Smith is already getting the business. He tried to go out there and cross the line a little bit. Now he getting eaten alive. He's the only one that anybody will be talking about. He's done. So that's it.
Let me find something real quick. Hold on.
WWE, I don't know where they get that from.
Hold on. They said the production's like WWE, and I'm like, just because. Yeah, here it is. Let me see if I can. Let me see if this lets me do this real quick. I'm gonna try something new here, so bear with me.
Uh-oh. Be careful, y'all. He's trying something new. Hey, what up, everybody? Speaking of.
All right.
Doing well.
What do you see over there on your side right now?
I see nothing.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Ha-ha! I figured it out. Let's go. A little skinny, but all right. So basically, they're like, oh, it's planning one of its first international events. Blah, blah. Features unscripted Olympic-style wrestling. It's at a venue that's majority owned by the Russian government. Both are listed as entities under U.S. sanctions that prohibit Americans and American companies from transacting with them except under specific circumstances approved by the U.S. Department of Treasury. Raph declined to directly answer ESPN. I know what? I would decline to directly answer ESPN's question too, because fuck them. They've done nothing to help you. Why the hell would I talk to them?
Yeah, and talk to them about what? You don't get no There is no uptick for talking on ESPN. Not a drop.
They're trying to talk like Ants Quinto to fuck them. They're trying to like talk shit about him. Is what they're trying to do.
But who's paying attention to ESPN? Nobody.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Right here. This is what I'm talking about. You see that little highlighted part right there?
Yeah. But
The Fox Nation broadcasts have blended UFC and WWE style presentation with wrestling, a sport that historically has been limited to college campuses and the Summer Olympics.
and here's the funny part. Who is saying that? Somebody who probably never wrestled, somebody who doesn't even know the sport,
You know who
somebody
Robert?
who's never went to a match.
This guy's saying it. Robert Klemko is a senior investigative reporter. Investigative reporter of what, bro?
Of what exactly? I guarantee it ain't sports.
Yeah, he's talking about, let's see. They're talking about the exemptions were unlikely to apply to real American freestyle. It's possible to apply for specific exemptions. And then, of course, lawmakers from both parties were critical of the event. They say lawmakers from both parties are critical of the event, and the only two quotes they have are from Democrats.
Okay, first of all, none of that can be true, considering how much MMA comes out of Russia. How many there's a lot of events coming out of Russia already. So why would RAF be something that has to be scrutinized and sanctioned? Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Yeah,
I know plenty of guys who've competed from the States on an MMA event in Russia, and they get paid well. That's one of the key things about Russia is they got money. So if they're gonna put on something, they got money to put on something right. It ain't gonna be in the backyard. It's gonna be done well.
And he said sports can serve as a bridge between nations and the rise above geopolitical disagreements. But Russia's illegal war is not a mere geopolitical war is literally the pinnacle of geopolitical disagreement.
Okay, so
am I wrong?
Yeah. On top of that, they picked a conversation about RAF to have a political conversation about war.
Exactly. It's an act of unprovoked aggression that must not be normalized, especially not by U.S.-based sports organizations, and certainly not of violation of sanctions. Fuck you, bud. That's the guy who said that was Representative Gregory Meeks, Democrat from New York, the ranking Democrat on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Fuck him.
So you mean to tell me something that this guy thinks is important, the only platform that anybody's talking about is ESPN? Really? Really?
The last thing I want to read about what I'm trying to read about sports is a quote from any politician on planet Earth. Like, I'm watching sports and reading about sports because I don't want to see, hear anything from a politician at all.
Agreed.
And their opinions on it. This is what I think about their opinions on rap. Representative Meeks, blow me, bro. That's why I think of your opinion, you bum.
Anyway, the moment you said ESPN, I wasn't caring no way. But go ahead, it's all good.
Yeah, that's what I had. I figured out how to share my screen and keep it going. That's great.
I see, man. You're getting pretty good, brother.
That's nuts.
I can't tell you a daggone thing now. Chris has become a podcaster.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hit me up and give me rules. Yeah, we're gonna go in about so and so time and blah blah blah. I was like, oh, all right, look at Chris. Get over there barking orders and shit. I was like, all right.
I wasn't barking.
Anyway, hey, Hey, no, hey, look good from what I can see, man. I'm good with it.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about right now is Raft 12. We kind of got sidetracked because you just pissed me off again. But we were in the middle of talking about the Raft 12 card and it being amazing and how somehow the U.S. government's going to fuck up Raft Russia. So got a little side quested on that.
Well, like I said, I would ask the question why they choose Russia. That would be my first question. Now, if there's like if you give me like 5 top Russian wrestlers that are on a tear right now, then I get it. You know, America versus Russia wrestling wise, I get it. But on top of my head, I couldn't think, you know, what made Russia stand out versus anywhere else. But that's all.
I mean, it's historically like the best wrestling country in the world.
Agreed.
I mean, that's kind of what makes it stand out. Like the second best one's probably Iran. We're probably not going to fucking do an event in Iran anytime soon, right? So
but like I said, normally, like you know, the cost of doing business is good. I'm not saying going to be steep, but because they're probably going to cover most of the, most of it. But headaches. Nobody wants to know headaches, but seems like it's a go.
Yeah, I feel like there's something going on in the background.
Oh, money.
No, I mean, there's no way that Raft does this event without TV money, dude. There's no way.
Oh no, not only TV money. I'm willing to bet Russia's flipping is paying at least half or a good percentage. It's not costing, Fox Nation as much as we think it is. Because Russia got money. Trust me. First of all, and it's a good look for Russia. So why wouldn't they ante up to make it worth our while to come compete there?
Well, I mean, my thing is like if you're sanctioning them, the best way to keep the money away from the people you don't want the money to be around is to have the U.S. company they have a contract with to stream it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's the downside, because
you don't create a black market to then funnel the money into Russia so people can watch it.
Well, no, the hard part is for us, then that's where it becomes political, because only a handful of people own all the media rights of all the media stations in the United States. It's only a handful of people. It's not like it's a conglomerate where everybody has their own. No, a handful of people own it all. So that's where it gets political, where they go, hey, if you want to show this in the States, this is blah, 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 blah. That's the downside to that. Competing in Russia, that's fine. Whoever holds the rights is the battle.
Man, I don't know. It's just like, dude, I just don't. I don't care what other countries are fighting each other. There's no bearing on my life as an American citizen. I don't care. Like, well, just deal with it yourselves. I don't care.
I mean, as long as we're not involved, yeah, I agree. I mean, for me, it sucks because, like I said, when I see young men forced to go because they have no choice because that's the rules of the country they're in, that's sad. When you're still young, you're playing a sport that you love and you can't afford to do it because war kicks in. And you have nothing to do with, that sucks. But outside of that, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't suck. I'm just saying, like, for us our government to voluntarily inconvenience our lives because of what's happening somewhere else is annoying.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's who we got. That's who we got running the show. Everybody wants their hands on something. Minding your business is is
a lost art.
Is a very lost art. You couldn't said it. You could, matter of fact, that's a t-shirt. I'm gonna make that into a t-shirt. Minding your business is a lost art. That's a good let's make that for the raft. Make that for the raft. Deepwater podcast store. Minding your business is a lost art. Make that shirt happen, Chris. Then I'll be the first one to buy it. God damn it, that's a good one. Good job, Chris. I'm gonna say that shit on a regular.
There you go.
I'm gonna make that shit. I'm gonna make that shit into a hashtag as soon as we get fucking done. I'm gonna do a video just so I can make that hashtag.
You can clip that part of the pod.
Yeah, you damn right. That's shit. That made my goddamn day right there, buddy. I can't wait to take somebody's face. Man, you know, mind your own business is a lost art, right? I can't wait to say it to somebody. I can't wait. Let me find one of these Karens coming at me, boy. Woo, shit. Got me all riled up, Chris. God damn it. That cut me all the way the fuck on. I'm shit. I'm primed now, Chris. Be careful.
On a lighter note,
you better find a real lighter note, god damn it. I'm primed now, man. Fuck everybody. I'm mad now.
Kara Salkazanov. Great match.
Yeah.
6-4, a great match.
That was a great match because Carr was up against it. He turned another gear, and that's all he had was that one gear. That was it. That's all he had. Other than that, he was up against it the whole match.
Yeah, he was down 4-1 going into the third period.
Yep, exactly. And that is how you measure what greatness looks like when you're down. Look at freaking Snyder. How many times he's been down, right? And he come back and just freaking steamrolls and ends up on top winning the match. He's done that what? Two times that we know of it, Raph, so far, if not more.
Yeah, at least twice.
Yeah, at least twice. David Carr was up against it. If he say he wasn't, he lying. He had to pull something out, and that's exactly what he did. That's what a champion is made out of. He kept his belt.
Yeah, I'm hoping
against somebody who could have taken it from him.
Yeah, absolutely. He finally wrestled someone who was actually good enough to beat him.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, he should wrestle James Green next to the belt, personally.
Yeah. You know what?
I think it's time for that match.
You know what? I'm surprised that hasn't come up yet. Has it?
I brought it up after Green beat him twice at Final X.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. How did that come up? Damn, you need to make that into a freaking Instagram post, man. Put it out.
Oh, we did.
Oh, no.
We did like but we might have did it a couple 3 weeks ago.
Nah, you do it again. Right now it has legs.
Yeah, but now he beat Salk. We kind of have to do it again.
Yeah. Now it has legs. So tell the team to get on it.
Oh yeah, that's on the to-do list.
That's money in the bank right now. Matter of fact, that's a whole conversation right there. Now I would beat you to the punch, but since you said it, I'll be a donkey ass if I go ahead and hop it and try to do it ahead of you. But that's a good little story right there. But you need to run with that.
Oh yeah, that's on my to-do list.
And walk the fans through it. Why it matters.
Oh yeah, that's a talking head video right there.
But like I said, David Carr had his dad in the crowd with his belt on his shoulder. I was like, David Carr get mollywop with his dad watching, boy. That's if you want to see where I will pull a Smith and Wesson out of my singlet to blow somebody's head off to keep from losing. Let my family be in the crowd. You ain't beating me. You're not beating me. If you beat me on the mat, you ain't beat me in life because your life's over. So he had pressure on him more ways than one, and he came out on top. So good for David Carr.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was fun. Good to see a good competitive title defense.
It's for me, sometimes it's hard to be on the edge when you're watching wrestling because so it is sometimes it's so dominant, or sometimes it's so I'm not saying strategic. It's so where I'm looking for. They're so evenly matched that it doesn't give that kind of hype you're looking for because they're both so skilled, right? But this, like, oh shit, David Carr might lose. You know what I'm saying? So now you're like, oh shit, then boom, he pulls it off.
I mean, that's kind of what the ebb and flow in the arena was like, for sure.
No, that was the whole ebbs and flow of so many of these matches. That's what made the card so. So I'm surprised. No, I'm not. A lot of content came about these matches. No, I'm not. I'm not surprised because a lot did come out about it. So
then we had the REF debut of Jesse Mendez against
Mendez. Yep.
Mendez went out there and he went up 5 nothing real quick.
Yep. And they're being 7-2. So what do you think overall of his performance?
I thought Mendez was going to tech him.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mendez looked good.
He did.
He got his prototypical good defense. Scored a couple takedowns. Kind of, it's very Jesse Mendez type wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And Chingus Vili was never really. I think he got like 2 push. Maybe he got 2 push outs. Or maybe it was a push out and a passivity. Maybe
I think it was a push out and passivity. That's what I'm thinking it was. But
But I mean, Chingus Vili didn't really have any answers offensively at all. So I mean, it went the way I expected. As far as like the result was what I expected. I expected Mendez to go out there and put it on him pretty good, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he dominated the match. So I mean, in that regard, I thought he'd score more points.
Yeah.
But Lado's in pretty good shape, so
mm-hmm.
you get gas out.
And think about this, where I'm just looking at it right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double-digit wins and a pin on that card.
Yeah.
And double digits is supposed to be impossible at this level of the game. But apparently it's not.
Well, 1, it depends who's scoring it.
Yeah.
And 2, it depends, like, it's freestyle. You get taken down once, but you get caught in a leg lace, you get gutted 3 times in a row. Like, you can give up 8 points.
Yeah.
Before you even knew what the hell happened, right? Like,
yeah.
So sometimes it just depends if you get caught in a situation where you get exposed 3 or 4 times real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 takedown, 4 exposures, boom, you can tech fall someone in 30 seconds, man.
And the thing about it is, you get up 5 quick, then you can push out your way to victory easy if a fighter don't have, if not explosive, is not overly aggressive, which can play against you too. You got to come up with a real fast strategy to come back quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you get up 5, 6. I mean, that's the other thing about freestyle. Guys get up by 5 or 6 and they try to finish it.
Yeah.
Like you definitely get a lot more aggression with a lead in freestyle than you do in folk style.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more dangerous to sit on a lead in freestyle, especially with push outs. They can chip away. They can push you out 2 or 3 times. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, I was up 6-1. Now it's 6-5. What 6-4? Like, shit. And then the criteria being last point scored, if they get that 1 takedown, they tie it up 6-6, you lose.
Yeah. Now, I hate criteria. I hate it. I'd rather have a bonus round than criteria.
Speaking my language,
that sucks. Especially when it's that good, it can go either way, and the person won strictly on criteria when they were that close to go, hey, let's do a sudden death. to really show who's the baddest mother effer on the mat, the criteria is like a letdown.
Yeah, I mean, I hate criteria too, but some people argue it's the double-edged sword of like because there's no overtime in a close match, you get a ton of action at the end of the second period, or in Raf's case, third period, because people are going at it to try and get that. It's 6-4, and you need a takedown, like in folk style. Okay, I need a takedown to go into overtime. It's 6-3. I need a takedown to go into overtime. I get my takedown at the end. Okay, now I gotta go wrestle overtime. I can still lose, but what about
but is it overtime? Like sudden death is the first takedown, then it's over, right?
Yeah, first point scored.
Yeah, first point scored.
I'm saying, like, with criteria, people argue, well, it's 6-4, you need a takedown. Like, you're taking the guy down to tie the match and also win it at the same time. So, like, the action's way. That's the argument for it.
Yeah, I get you. But like I said, I
don't agree with the argument for it, but that's what the argument for it is.
Because to all the casual fans who know a little bit about wrestling, when they see two top-tier wrestlers and the score is 4-4, and they go, well, who won? Was it a draw? And you go, no, somebody won on criteria. Well, what's that? Who won on that? You know what I'm saying? Then you hear what it is, you're like, oh, man, that don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't give you the kind of meat you want out of a win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to be fair, in a UFC fight, if the judges scored a draw, they don't fight a fourth round or a sixth round to break the draw.
Yeah,
it's called a draw, and then no one wins, and that's even worse.
Yeah,
like I didn't just go out here and fight for 3 fucking rounds to get a draw, dude.
The thing about a draw is, I think only you get is show money because you don't get win money. I will shoot somebody in a round before I let a draw happen because you don't get win money, boy.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, the only sports that have ties are soccer. Honestly, as soon as I said that, it's all that matters, right? Like, we don't have ties. Ties are stupid. Which I agree, criteria is not technically a tie because there's criteria that determines a winner, right? But still, like, it doesn't feel like you earned it.
Yeah, exactly. But now, granted,
someone's gonna make the opposite argument. They earned it by getting the takedown at the end of the second period. Okay, it's still the same amount of points, though, bro.
Well, like I said, I guess I don't know how wrestling does the payment. If you get just one flat check, or you get show money and win money like MMA, I don't know that yet. Or you get a bonus for winning and stuff like that. So
what I heard is
if you get a bonus because you won and you won by criteria, and I guess a check's a check. You know what I'm saying? But
what I've been hearing is it's 5,000 to show up, 10 G's more if you win.
Okay, that's not bad.
So I guess if you show up and you win, you're getting paid 15.
Yeah, considering for 3 minutes,
it's 6 minutes, but which I think is
6 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry, 3 minutes, 6 minutes. Yeah, so
which I think is more than what UFC prelim guys get paid.
Yeah, way more.
Yeah, so the average dude in rap is already making more money than the average UFC fighter. So
that's why everybody's going over.
The lower tier guys are. The upper tier guys are clearly, obviously, still making more money in UFC,
and that's why you can't F with Raf. Raf is going to be almost, if they're not already, they're just about bulletproof. Because if you look at the UFC, right, on their contract, they gotta have 3 fights a year on their contract to be able to make so much money for the end of the year. But how many fighters only fight once a year, maybe twice a year? You know what I'm saying? So look at freaking Arman. You know what I'm saying? He spends more time at RAF than he does at the UFC. But he's getting paid at RAF. So anybody who's on a UFC roster in between fights can compete at RAF and keep their money going until they get a fight at the UFC. It's perfect. It is absolute. I will be wrestling every daggone day so people can see me wrestle. So I can go, ooh, I want to get a contract at Ralph. That's what I'll be doing.
And I think Raph also does. I think Raph's contracts are also for X amount of matches.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like. I don't know if they're like, hey, you got to do X amount in a year, or hey, we're signing you to a 4-match contract, and those 4 matches will be whenever they make sense.
Yeah. Well, I think Jordan and Gable both got 3-fight deal contracts already, in play. So at least 3. So at least 3.
Yeah, Jordan got a 3-fight contract, and he's already about to do his second one.
Yeah.
So who knows? I'm sure they had to fork over a pretty penny for Jordan and Gable. That's why they're 3. It could be that Jordan and Gable were the only ones on a 3-match contract because of how much they had to pay him.
Yeah.
So to keep the cost reasonable, they're like, hey, we'll pay you this much for 3 matches. I bet you most other people are on just like a normal, like renewable yearly contract, I bet, or something.
Well, the way Jordan gave his interview about how he was just watching Raph at the back end, and he mentioned how, coming up with social media, we weren't making no money, all that kind of good stuff. And then, it's just down. People can live a decent life with Raph. So yeah, he got paid. And he delivered. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So Jason, how you say his last name? Nolf. If I wasn't going for freaking Woodley and Buckley, Nolf versus Wolf would be on my second match of the night. I like that match.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. The first match, like the first and third period were Nolf, but the second period was, he had good action. I think Wick actually got a passivity point, I think.
Yeah.
In the second
period.
I
think I think I knew what Wick could do. I was like, okay, this should be a dog fight. It was my taking. And the way Nolf just, I'm not gonna say manhandled, but he damn sure, made a statement with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the action in the match was closer than the score looks.
Yeah, I give you that.
But it's just when Wick got caught, he got caught. He gave up big points every time he got caught.
Yeah.
Like the very first thing he gave up was a 4-point beat the back.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can't. I mean, he did the same thing the first time I wrestled him, but he wrestled back through it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there was just, once he was down 4, I was like, this is probably over.
And, and when it was a highlight, move in the process, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're like shit, now the fans involved, you know what I'm saying? That was with your psyche, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get mad or you're gonna get frustrated or both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could tell he was definitely frustrated.
Yeah. Because it started to show more and more, as it went on, you see it getting worse and worse.
But we have a middleweight champion now because that belt was vacant.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we do. So all right, who would you pick for North?
Well, I had Nolf at number 1 in my rankings, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I had Nolf at 1 and Wick at 2, so that worked out.
Yeah, it did.
And then Keegan O'Toole retired on me, so you got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked Nolf to win that.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Did I? Yeah, I took Nolf by points. It was a tech ball, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That worked out. And then
I ain't gonna lie, I did like that. Like I said, if I was a fanboy, North made me a little bit of a fanboy on that one. I like it a lot.
And then this was my upset pick of the night, and it actually happened. Bo Nickel versus Max McAnally.
Right. That's what I was waiting on. Because I got a lot to say about that shit.
Well, you know, I thought Max could beat him. I thought he was talented enough to beat him. Like I've said multiple times in this show, when you start splitting your attention, your wrestling suffers.
Well, in his case, it ain't about splitting his attention that has put him in the situation that he's in. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm saying the reason he lost. I'm saying the reason I thought Max could beat him was because Bo was spending way less time on wrestling than Max is, and Max is an NCAA champion, like defending this year won a national title.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. Okay. Where does your mind have to be to where you're the one that did the call out, but yet you didn't maximize your wrestling skill set to make sure either he didn't think McNeely, how you say his name, was good enough, Manelli was simply just not good enough, or he's so arrogant that he think he didn't have to prepare for him. Either way, it's still jacked up. Give me your take.
I don't think he calls him out if he doesn't think he's good.
Well, I mean, the story is he called him out because he wrestled Nichols' coach, right?
Because he beat Rocco Welch from Penn State in the NCAA finals.
And Welch is what to Bo?
I'm pretty sure Bo was in Rocco's corner when he lost.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what started the whole thing.
Well, that makes it worse. He got 2 up on that camp. Now you say it like that, that made it even worse. I wasn't even putting that together. That makes it even worse. I'm about to shit on Bo Nichols yet again. Because here's Bo Nichols' problem. His arrogance is his superpower, right? He's so arrogant that he don't even see the flaws in the shit that he does. Okay? He don't even question, maybe I should have done that. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, I'm not good at that. I shouldn't do that anymore. And he does it anyway. He runs his mouth and sucks. He sucks at it. You know what I'm saying? His comebacks are garbage, right? He can't even do a call out that gets the buzz going. You know, the buzz is going because he's fighting somebody who has buzz on his own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when the buzz or anybody else, it still would have been a worthwhile match versus talking about.
The buzz happened because McNally not only called him out, answered the call out. He answered it very aggressively.
Exactly. So it had nothing to do with Bo. Nothing.
Nope.
Bo didn't put any kind of layers on this matchup at all. It was all McCaffrey, however you say his name. It was all him. And then when this card has all the star power names that Bo is supposed to be a part of, Bo's name is supposed to be mentioned. First of all, everybody else was higher than him. He wasn't up there where everybody else is at, number one. Number two, you're supposed to say his name with a Gable, with a Jordan, with not even a Woodley, but even a Woodley, because his name is pretty popular. His name is supposed to be mentioned with those names.
I wouldn't say his name with Gable and Jordan ever, because Gable and Jordan have? They have world championships and Olympic championships. Bo Nichols don't have any of that shit.
But Bo Nichols is supposed to be, I kind of want to say a blue collar champion. You know, I want to say it, but he done burnt that shit to the ground so goddamn bad. You can't even say that. So he had to win this. This is what he had to do to be back at the star power of beating a who's who. And he couldn't beat a who's who after calling him out. That is the epitome of you suck. because there's no upside. He has burnt his house down with him in it. With him
Well,
in it.
he's wrestling at RAF Russia, so
I mean, because he finally got back at Ralph. He's on the put me in coach list. Please put me in coach. Right? And like I said, don't nobody else care. That's why anybody can think about that. Glad he's on it. But I saw the match. I saw the bravado of him trying to score the last point. Couldn't do it. Right? Couldn't tie it up and try to get the criteria. Right? Couldn't get it. Little young motherfucker. Put him on his belly and go, look, that's it. Your shit's over. Right? Go work at Denny's because the game's over.
yeah, I mean, that was the crazy part is that McAnally won because he got the takedown and Bo didn't.
Yeah.
That was the difference in the match.
Mm-hmm.
One takedown.
Yep. 3-2. That's it.
Which is
Of that level of star power, when you got all these double digits from everybody else, you got double digits from Woodley. Right?
I mean, the match had action. It just didn't have a lot of scoring.
I'm not saying it didn't. It did.
Because sometimes the high action, low scoring matches are super entertaining too.
Yeah. Yeah. But if we didn't know who his opponent was, we would automatically say, okay, Bo should get this. This should be an easy win for Bo. Bo's gonna get back on track. He's gonna be in the win column. You know what I'm saying? He can, get his name back out there, start going up the ladder, be the Bo that everybody wants him to be. Everybody wants Bo Nichols to be Bo Nichols the way we know Bo Nichols from back in the day. That's what we want. That's why the frustration comes in, right? It's because he's becoming a shitbag that doesn't deliver anything. That's the problem, right?
Yeah, I mean,
if he was a shitbag and won, winning is all he needs to do.
Yeah,
but now he's a shitbag and he's losing or not wrestling. Either or, what's the upside?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna talk, you gotta back it up.
Yeah, at least Colby Covington talks shit then wins.
Yeah, Bo Nichols like a Colby Covington that loses.
Yeah,
so it's like Colby.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, Colby cannot do or say any of that shit unless he's winning and entertaining people.
Yeah, if Colby Covington had Bo Nichols' ability to talk shit, we would love Bo Nichols because he has the accolades. He has the accolades, right? He would go good. He's one win away from being back in the game because he talks enough shit. All he needs to do is win. But he can't talk shit, and now he's not winning or he's not wrestling. Nothing he does works. Nothing. It's like you're cranking up the car, thinking the car should start, and it doesn't. Now you're late for work.
I mean, I guess at least he's won his last couple UFC fights.
And who gives a fuck? Who's paying attention?
I'm saying it's something. At least if you win in UFC, you get to stay there.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, he's still a name. I'm not saying he's not a name, right? I'm saying his resume is becoming hot garbage.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, no. It's just he's just very awkward at doing public things.
No shit.
I don't know
Look
what
at-
it is.
What's the guy's name? McCaffrey? Is that how you say his name?
McAnally.
McAnelly.
There you go.
McAnelly.
Think Nelly the rapper, just add Mac in front of it.
Okay, there you go. McAnelly. There you go. Good way to say that.
Boom.
Has just stole all of Bo Nichols' little bit of momentum he had. Took it all. Now, when you talk about, hey, what's going on with Bo Nichols? McAnally whipped his ass. Even though he wasn't whooping ass, that's what people gonna say.
I mean, yeah, but I agree it wasn't an ass whooping, but it was still. It was almost like McAnally kind of out wrestled him, like not even necessarily out wrestled him that much, but it's almost like he out IQ'd him.
I wouldn't even say he IQ'd him. He just nullified him. That's all he did.
Yeah, but I'm saying he did it with. Obviously, he's skilled, but like when you watch that match and how he controlled the mat position, like he basically, like he really out IQ'd him on the wrestling mat.
Well, shit, then that makes it even worse.
So, like if you rewatch it, watch where McAnally's at that whole match and where he positions himself on the mat and kind of like just how he kind of controls the pace. He was really controlling the action, the positions. Like it was overall a phenomenal performance by Max McAnally for sure.
Okay, so you gotta still look at it this way too. Bo Nichols has no bargaining power at all right now, none. If he wants to sit down and try to negotiate a contract, right? What can he negotiate? The only thing he can do is negotiate being on the card, not being one of the top paid, not one of the top paid athletes on the card. He's just lucky and happy to be on the card.
I mean, his only best bet to reinvent himself in RAF is to enter the crossover division.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Because
100%.
He's not winning a belt at light heavyweight.
If I was him, I'll be chasing Kobe Covington like he stole money. Because then the story will take a life of its own, and he won't have to do as much work to get his name talked about and get him, in a position to where all he has to do is beat Kobe Covington, and then he'll be back in a position that talks some shit and makes some money.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only logical direction for him to go.
Yeah. And think about it. What you just said, all the thinkers and the strategists in the room that's talking about what's next, they're coming to the same conclusion you just had. So who you gonna give him? McNally he's still coming up. He's a big name, right? He's still coming up. He's not at that level yet. Other Bo Nichols, he's already beaten Bo Nichols. So where do you put Bo Nichols now?
As a crossover guy, he's an MMA guy now.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was getting at. So you're thinking as a Izzy, as a Chad, as you who know the sport, understand what the sport represents, how it's supposed to look, what kind of leverage you got to have, right, to get in the spots, to get, main, co-main, or feature, right? Who you got to be and how you got to perform to get there. Bo doesn't cover any of those boxes. He sucks at shit talking. He's losing, right? He's calling out people, then losing. You know what I'm saying? So what are you checking out for him? Nothing.
I mean, like Nickel Covington, after Covington wrestles Bilal, which, bro, there's going to be a fucking fight when those two wrestle. There's going to be a fight, 100%. You couldn't call a man's wife a gargoyle to his face so many times, bro.
Yeah.
Before you get punched in the face.
and you're doing it live. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if somebody goes,
bro, he did it in the press conference, and Bilal's wife was literally standing right behind me with his kid. That's like, bro, she's here. She's physically in the room, bro. Chill out. Just a little bit. Dude, say something else. And then he said something else. We're like, no, go back to talking about his wife. For the love of Christ. Jesus. That's how standing in that press conference was like stop talking about his wife, dude. She's right behind me. And then he moves on to the Dustin Poirier thing. Like, no, go back to talking about Bilal's wife right now. Right now. Abort.
That's exactly what I was saying. The filter of the press conference from Rav has been thrown in the trash.
Yeah, there is none.
Right?
It doesn't exist.
Because it's gold, right? Wrath is right next to being bulletproof like the UFC is when it comes to public trash talking. They're right there. They're right there, and their matches are getting better. I mean, they're becoming the perfect storm, man. Becoming the perfect storm. I'm still blown away at what they've gotten to.
And then they got in a fight at the post presser.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny because when they finally broke it up and made them both leave, and Chad and Izzy sat back down, he's like, he like kind of said tongue in cheek, like, that probably doesn't happen if you guys aren't antagonizing him. He's like, you guys were kind of feeding it a little bit. We're like, to be fair, we're media. Like, Mateo stood up and just asked Colby, he goes, so how much violence are you going to bring on Bilal when you guys wrestle? and that started the whole snowball, dude.
And like I said, got no choice. like I said, the thing about shit talking is what I like the most is like what Dana White said, you know, I'll let you say what you got to say because you're going to have to fight the guy in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what it comes down to. The guy has a chance to make you eat your words, or you get to ride your words off into the sunset because you'll knock the other guy out.
Yep, and you know, but see, like, Colby's saying all that stuff because he knows Bilal cannot beat him at wrestling.
Yeah.
He knows it for a fact. We all know it for a fact.
And that's why I blame Bilal.
Which is why Bilal's going to punch him in the face at some point.
Probably kick him in the balls, but you have to be a better shit talker if you can't out wrestle the guy. I would have a master class in shit talking if I can't wrestle. You know what I'm saying? That's why if Snyder ever comes off the rails and let his mouth go, he will be the biggest star in Wrath if he just let his mouth go because you can't beat him. I'll be like, let me tell you something. You ain't shit. Your camp ain't shit. Who's your coach? He ain't shit either.
You know who's actually pretty good at talking shit? You know who's actually pretty good at it?
Who?
It's Zahid Valencia.
See, yeah. He surprised me.
When he was getting ready to wrestle Sinclair, and he goes, I'm going to give him a little, I'm going to teach him, I'm going to give him a little, like, wrestling lesson or something when I wrestle him or something. I was like, jeez. And then he did, and then he went out there and beat the brakes off of him.
Mm-hmm. That's why Bo Nichols sucks, because he wants to talk shit, but now he's losing. If he talks shit, it sucks, but he's winning. We overlook it. He go, okay, the press conference was ass, but he wrestled his ass off. Bo
Nichols talks shit like he's been a Mormon his whole life.
Yeah, he's talking shit
like it's so awkward.
Yeah, like he's reading it from a book. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got to talk about Kennedy Blades, I guess.
Well, I don't know what we're gonna say. She's cute.
She wrestled her teammate on a moment's notice.
Yep, and folded her up with no problem.
Yep, tech folder. Like that's.
Yeah. First of all, when I heard it was her teammate, I was like, "What?" I mean, what? Because I was like, "Okay, how does a teammate not have any squabbles and be on Wrath to at least get a point offer?" If I'm your Chris, if I'm your teammate, I watch you every daggone day. I got to know something.
Yeah, but
your left foot is heavy. You know what I'm saying? You go to the right more times than you go to the left. I gotta know something.
You can have the greatest strategy in the world, but if you don't have the talent to execute the strategy, it's irrelevant.
Well, it didn't look like she had the strategy either. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It wasn't like
because I heard the teammate part at the end. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That don't make no sense. I get you don't. I get you don't want to beat the star of the gym, but
there's no guarantee.
I'm going out with my shield.
There's no guarantees they were even in the same weight class while they were wrestling last season either.
Yeah, I wasn't even check on that one, but
they probably weren't, to be honest, because I think Laramedi also All-American, which means her and Blades had to be in different weight classes. Because it ended up being a catch weight, so I bet you Laramedi is probably smaller than Blades. like weight wise too, because it was a catch weight.
I'd have jumped up and did a flying triangle. I'd have did something. Because like I said, taking these tech falls left and right, man. She just taking up everybody. I like that's gotta suck. That's gotta suck, man.
I mean, this is the part that like drives me crazy. Like, I like watching her wrestle. I want to watch Kenny Blades wrestle, but at the same time, I want to see Kenny Blades wrestle against someone that has the chance to compete with her. You know what I mean?
But that's it. You're saying the two things that are not adding up. Okay. If we know there's money in Wrath, okay, if we know they favor the call out and the shit talking, where are all these females that want to shit talk and call out Blaze to get themselves in the Wrath? I'm still not seeing it.
In other countries.
Oh, okay.
In other countries. No one in America is beating her that weight.
Well,
nobody.
We got translate on YouTube. That's all you gotta do. whatever language you speak, do the translate so we can get it, and we'll cheer to make it happen.
Yeah, nobody in America is beating Blades that weight class. It has
because
to
because what we don't want, and I'm trying to not let this happen, right? Even though I don't got no say in it, I don't want Blaze to be a sex symbol more than she's a wrestler. You see what I'm saying? Because her matches aren't going anywhere. They're so lopsided. There's not too much more you can say about it, right? But do you see her everywhere? Looking good. That seems to be the story more so than the wrestling. We don't want that. Even though she just won. What she just win? She won. What'd she win? Not Wrath. Didn't she win a medal somewhere?
You mean Final X?
Yeah. She won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's winning, on the big stages too, but
I mean, until they get like the women's division is not good. Like, there's some of the women's weights are good, right? Like, they're bantamweights they've added a lot of good. At least they got 3 good females in there. Straw weight between Yepes and Hildebrandt's going to be awesome. Barn burner of a match, right? And, I mean, they could put Blaze against like Alexis Gomez.
Oh, speaking of, where was Hildebrandt? Last time we seen her wrestle.
She was hurt.
Oh, okay. There you go.
She was injured.
All right, well, that explains that.
Yeah, you can get Gomez against Blades. That might be interesting, to be fair.
Yeah. And it has good name recognition.
Yep.
I'll go for that. All right, get on it, podcaster.
But the women's division's not going to like take off until Wrath like mass signs a bunch of like Japanese women.
Well, I mean, there's got to be a reason why they haven't already. It's hard
to get the Japanese.
I mean, I get that. So you say there ain't no top Russian females or Israeli females, or
there's just the rest of the world started women's wrestling a lot later. The only ones that were really doing it at any like appreciable level besides us were the Japanese. I think the Japanese were actually doing it before us.
Okay.
So like when it comes to women's wrestling, like Japan's the top of the mountain.
Okay.
They are the best at women's wrestling.
Because like I said, because Blaze can make money outside of Wrath, but she's not gonna get no big contracts in Wrath without having a rival.
Well, I say she's only 22, so she'll be wrestling in Wrath for a long time.
Okay.
So people are gonna have plenty of time to fill it out and bring some people in that are gonna challenge her. Just like, I mean, look how long it took them to freaking build up the lightweight division in the men's division.
Yeah.
Right. Way longer than it should have. But once they got it built, like now it's built. Now it's good.
Okay.
But it took a long time, right?
Yeah. I get you.
So maybe they're focusing on they're probably focusing on the lighter weights for women's because it's a lot easier to get the lighter weights. There's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you start getting to like middleweight, which is 150 pounds. A cruiserweight's 170 pounds for the female side. You know, it gets a little tougher to find.
No, I got you.
But at one,
I got you.
But 120, 130 pounds women, there's millions of them.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I get what you're saying.
And to be honest, like lower weights tend to be more entertaining than upper weights in pretty much every combat sport. So whether it's MMA, boxing, or wrestling, like the lower weights just don't get tired. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
There's action nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see those little like straw weight freaking boxers, they can't knock each other out because they're like 115 pounds, 120 pounds, but they throw a billion punches for 12 rounds straight. They never get tired.
Well, talking about weight, let's go on to the next match. Gable Stevenson, what was it? How you say his name?
Cassiope.
Well, they said that, I mean, Cassiope and Gable had a story, right? They wrestled back in the day, right?
Yeah, like 5 times, yeah.
And Cassiope didn't win that one time?
What?
Did he or didn't he?
Cassiope never beat him, no.
Yeah, okay.
They're saying they can't comment on Twitch for some reason.
Yeah, a little blurb. So I get it, right? Now here's the thing with Gable. He's winning in both platforms. He's winning in MMA and he's winning in RAF. You mean to tell me this mother effer ain't getting paid?
Oh, he's 100% getting paid.
What? And he's still just getting started, right? His popularity is just now beginning to hit star factor, but he's not megastar yet. Once he gets megastarish, I mean, granted, he's gonna have to wrestle somebody and fight somebody. So he's gonna have to either wrestle Wyatt in RAF or get a named opponent in UFC. So he can cross over into that, megastardom area. But right now, boy, he got momentum like no other. I don't know. David Carr put himself in the top spot with this win too. So David Carr back up there too. So
trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. There we go. Up? Apparently, the Twitch chat's set for emotes only. So apparently, people have been in the. That's what happened. Everyone was in Twitch and couldn't comment. Now they're all on. Our viewers went up because everyone went over to YouTube. So I'll figure out the Twitch thing later, guys.
Hey, you
think Gable loses to Wyatt? What?
No, I said he'll have to wrestle Wyatt, to get his name up to where it needs to be, or get a named opponent in the UFC.
You see that? Marv thinks Gable Stevenson loses to Wyatt.
Nah.
I mean,
not if he's taking it serious. Go look, I gotta get this one back because Gabe's not even sweating it right now. You would think he go, let me get this one back, and he's not. He ain't sweating it. He ain't smelling Wyatt at all.
To be fair, I think Stevenson and Sharapov should wrestle to see who gets to wrestle Hendrickson anyways.
Okay.
Because Sharapov's in the heavyweight division. He's beating everybody they put in front of him.
Well, won't Gable got to put some pounds on? He was like 140 this past RAF, right? He looked kind of small.
He was 240, 244, 243, something like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I get it, but the max weight heavyweight UFC for some reason is 265, which makes no sense to me. But
well, unfortunately, after you get to 265, you become a fat ass. So 265 in fight shape is slim to none.
I don't know how the hell old boy got down to how Brock Lesnar got down to 265, bro.
I don't know either. Stop juicing.
He had to have weighed like 290 when he fought.
Mm-hmm.
He had to have.
He just cut back on the needles.
Well, I mean, he had to because you get tested in UFC, but still, like
So he got tested last time. They wait till after he got done fighting, got his money, then popped him. He got fought and got paid, and then they said, "All right, man, he popped dirty, gone."
Because he was still a gigantic dude wrestling 265. But I'm saying, even if he was on roids, he still got down to 265, which is crazy.
Yeah. First of all,
like how?
First of all, do you know how many calories you got to eat to be muscular lean like Brock was at 280, 290, almost 300 pounds?
At least 10, 15,000 a day.
Easy. I'm going more toward 20, 25.
I couldn't even do that, dude.
Dude,
Shoot.
first of all, the only thing about juicing is your appetite goes through the roof because your muscles are constantly repairing. It's how you build muscle because your muscles are constantly repairing themselves. So you train harder, you repair more, you have to eat more to feed your muscles to repair itself. So you're eating tons of calories. So yeah.
The chat's pretty convinced Gable's gonna lose, so whatever.
Chat, y'all suck. He's not losing. He is not losing. Get a grip.
Let's talk about the ref debut of Jordan Burroughs, baby.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's
get to it.
He put Sean Brady in the air a couple times.
What?
He put Sean Brady in the air a couple times.
Sean Brady said, "Hey, win or lose, I can't lose." Man, like I said, just being on the mat with him is good enough. I don't agree. If a mother effer double legs me, pip me up in the shoulder, and power bombs me out of the daggone circle, all that hype is gone.
Yeah.
Whatever momentum you had going, how he
got that double leg, put him on his shoulder, and then carried him like a baby for a couple of seconds, and then said, "I'm now going to put you through this mat as hard as I can."
Yo, he spear bombed him. He jumped off his feet in the air and spear bombed him on his back. I'm like, hell no. I'm pulling out a Glock from under the ring, putting 2 in Jordan's chest because no. That's a highlight reel.
The crowd loved it. The crowd loved it.
Yep, crowd loved it. Crowd probably still talking about it. And you supposed to be a blue chipper at the UFC. So when you go back to the UFC, you go, "Hey, Jordan whooped your ass, didn't he?" You know, like I said, your conversation sucks.
Dude, Sean Brady's a good wrestler in the UFC.
From what I'm hearing, I mean, if I've seen it, he is. And they said he got the squabbles, but not that kind of squabbles.
Like we said, there's levels to this shit.
Yep. And Jordan Burroughs made sure he did what daggone Snyder said. "I'm not letting a UFC fighter do shit."
Here you go. Here's a good one for you.
Yeah. All right, that's a good one. I like that one. There's levels to them. You're right about that. Hey, another T-shirt. Now you got 2 T-shirts, Chris.
That's embarrassment. Facts.
But not only he didn't even score near a point. You
think Jordan's the greatest American wrestler of all time, Marv?
All right, Marv, that's a bold statement.
Hunt Dog says he's a GOAT too.
I mean, I believe he's the GOAT. I believe he's the GOAT. But I believe there's other GOATs on the same level.
He's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's on mine too.
We'll do a Mount Rushmore wrestling conversation next pod.
Okay, I'm down for that.
We'll make that one of our.
I'm down with that.
We'll make that.
Hot dog 06, huh? All
I'll
right.
have Leo make graphics so we can put our graphics up when we talk about it. So when you send me your list, I'll have her make a graphic of that. I can put them up here while we're talking about it.
All right, we can do it. We can do it. So what do you think was going through Brady's mind when he realized that he was getting double legged to death?
Well, I mean, to be fair, once you're on the shoulder, once you're on that shoulder, and you're like, damn, like all you can do is go brace for impact, dude. That's all you're thinking is this is gonna hurt.
No,
There ain't nothing you can do.
Here's the thing.
You're just like, damn, he got my ass.
He's thinking, I'm in my prime. Jordan is a great wrestler, but he's not going to be fast enough to do that shit that he used to do. That's what he was thinking until it got done twice.
Jordan Burroughs is a freak of nature, dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's a freak of nature.
Yeah, he is.
He's like Tom Brady, dude. The dudes can just keep going.
Jordan could have just eased his way into winning. He goes, nah, you know what? I'm going airborne. Fuck it.
Yeah, put on a show.
Yeah, he did.
Put on a show. Crowd loved it.
No, the fact that he put on a show knowing he's going to put on a show. It's a one thing a show happens. It's another thing to do exactly what he wanted to do to put on a show against another grown man who is an elite athlete. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, Jordan Burroughs is like 4 years younger than me, dude.
I know, huh?
That's crazy. We were in high school at the same time. That's nuts.
Well, hey, some people got it.
And then the main event, Henry said, fuck this shit.
Yeah. First of all, the first thing I noticed is he lost some fucking weight.
Well, that's because he's getting ready to box. He's prepping for a boxing match at 155.
Against who?
No data. I just know he's prepping for a boxing match.
Well, that's the first thing I saw. I saw, okay. So then I was like, okay, was he injured? Is that why he was fat his last time around? Okay, because he's in somewhat shape now. Okay, that's the first thing I saw.
Well, that's what I was saying to Lena and Tatum. I was like, oh, Cejudo's gonna win. I was like, he's in shape. He's in shape this time. He's gonna win, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that thing's gonna pin him in 35 seconds. No, but Marab also put himself in a dumbass position to get pinned.
Yeah, and it's like he didn't know what he was doing to let it happen. He let the pin happen.
Now, like,
which for a split second.
If he just lets go and goes to his belly, he doesn't get pinned there. But he kept holding on, and then Henry clearly knows positioning better and finished it. But they both agreed to a part 3 if Henry won that one. So there will be a Marab Cejudo 3 at some point in RAF.
Okay. There, like I said before, the fact they made the rematch so fast means that those two competing is checking all the mother effing boxes. I mean, Raf is getting paid off their matchup. For to do it, I get doing a second one, considering how bad Cejudo got mollywopped. I get it. But to do a third one means, like I said before, they're getting paid. Raf is getting paid off those two.
You gotta have the rubber match. You gotta have the rubber match. They agreed to it. They brought it up and agreed to it in the press conference. And then after the match was over, they interviewed both of them. They both reiterated that, yes, I am still down to do a third one because the first one wasn't for the belt. So Marab got a win when it didn't matter. They do a rematch and they throw a belt on it.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'll put you there.
So they were like, "Yo, if you beat me, you gotta give me another. You got give me the comeback for a belt
for the
rematch."
belt. Yeah, I didn't catch that part. Okay, that makes perfect. Okay, that makes complete sense now. That makes perfect sense now. Yeah, I'll do it. Shit, I'll do a rubber match too for the belt.
Let's talk about.
Like I said, that card, I put that card in my top 2. Top 2, maybe even top.
Yeah, to me, it's Raf Georgia's top.
Yeah,
Raf Georgia, and then this one are probably my 2.
Well, I'm going with Raf 1 mainly because I wasn't expecting to see what I saw.
True.
I was like, okay, I'm going to be underwhelmed, but I'm coming because I want to see what they do, and they delivered in a very big way from the showmanship, the setup, everything was top notch. I was like, okay,
Oh, dude, you should have been there for this one, dude. Just the size of the crowd.
yeah,
Like, you have been there, like, you've been to other events for combat sports, right? Like
Yeah.
some big ones. It would have been the perfect time for you to look at it and go, and like really compare RAF 12 with 10, 11, 12,000 people in there compared to like the PFL you went to or a UFC event you've been to, and be like, you have been firsthand able to compare the energy, what it felt like, what it looked like, the noise, everything. I was there and I was like, it was loud.
mm-hmm.
It was loud. There was like an electricity in the atmosphere. People were amped up. People were excited. And then there's just so many people.
The amount of feedback that hit my news feed was almost nonstop.
Like,
Nonstop.
I looked at Mateo and I go, bro, did you ever think you'd ever see a crowd like this for a wrestling match in your life? You get a couple in college, right? Oklahoma State, Penn State, like they'll get, when Penn State wrestles Iowa, they'll do it in the basketball arena and get 14, 15,000 people, right? But they're one-offs, you know what I mean? But to be like, this is the only event in town in a major Midwest city in an NBA arena, and they're there to watch fucking wrestling, dude.
Well, I tell you what,
it's crazy.
Penn State's about to have the biggest crowd in the history of crowds, because you're gonna have meth heads, you're gonna have junkies, you're gonna have everybody showing up at Penn State coming up for the next sporting event. Everybody want to get high. Penn State done told they ass. And have you seen them shirts, them t-shirts? I'm getting one. Them shirts is dope. I said, oh man, they catching the L. I mean, they doing a good job.
However, back to Cleveland though for a second.
Go ahead.
There's no traffic laws in Cleveland at all.
There's no traffic laws?
No, everyone drives like a maniac. It's
okay.
And then, like, I'll be honest with you, I liked being in Milwaukee more than I liked being in Cleveland.
Really?
I was not. Cleveland was sketch, bro. I don't like it.
No, I know. I know Cleveland is sketch.
I felt safer in Philadelphia, bro.
Well, that's
no bullshit. No bullshit. Like, I walked the streets of Philly by myself and felt perfectly fine.
Well, let me tell you something.
No, I went to the Cubs game a couple weeks ago in Chicago and felt perfectly safe too.
Now, Chicago.
You just got nowhere to be at in Chicago.
Now, no, Chicago, as a guest, I was supposed to be strapped. They told me, hey, I'm talking about a male and female, both was packing heat. I was in the back with their baby girl, and I was supposed to be strapped too. That's how I was like, what is going on? Crazy.
Chicago, I mean, when we went up there, it was a good time.
We
didn't have any problem.
Everybody I know has a great time in Chicago, but everybody I know is from Chicago.
I'm saying when we went to RAF.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We didn't really have any problems up there with nobody. We were like, more. We were pretty close. We were downtown.
I think the weather has something to do with it. Now,
well, yeah.
Now it might be a different story.
I went up to Wrigley a couple weeks ago. That's on the north side. That was a great time.
Okay.
I mean, the train a little, a lot of people. The train was packed, but other than that, it was fine. But there were no. I've never had any issues in Chicago because I know where to go. I've been in Chicago enough. I know where to go. You know what I mean?
You got the train all the way up?
Oh yeah, we got a train that goes from the airport all the way downtown Chicago.
Oh, dope. Okay.
We got a little 2-hour train ride from South Bend to Chicago. We took the train up downtown, down the red line, took the red line out to Wrigley, took the train back. No problems.
Okay.
Good time.
How much is the train ticket?
So like $15 one way or something like that.
Oh, that's
It's not
dope.
bad.
All right, yeah, that's dope. I can see that.
It's probably the same amount you. This is probably the same amount you would spend in gas to drive up there, maybe
Yeah.
a little less. So it wasn't too bad. Let's talk a little bit about RAF Russia. That's coming up next weekend.
Yeah. Well, you saw the card. I haven't seen the card yet, so you got to walk me through it. What is exciting you about this card?
Well, you got Nol first. Kaniev. Kaniev is a U20 world champ. He's only 22 years old. If people think he's like the next great Russian wrestler, he's wrestling Jason Nol.
Oh yeah. Well, we're about to find out, aren't we?
And then you got the rematch between Snyder and Tazudinov, which remember, Snyder will beat Tazudinov 3-3 on criteria for to defend his belt at RAF 07. So we got that rematch. You get the rematch of Dake Kadik. Dake beat Kadik 10-7 at RAF 05 for the belt. In both those cases, Kadik beat Dake at the Olympics before that, and Taz beat Snyder at the Olympics before that. So we got those two big rematches. You got Araju Romanov. Romanov's an Olympic champ and a world champ. Araju's a world champ. So we got 2016 Olympic champ versus 2023 world champ. And then you got Burroughs against Kurbalaniev.
Yeah.
Kurbalaniev is a 2016 world champ. So I mean, it's just.
How do you see that one?
I mean, Burroughs is probably going to beat him.
Yeah.
But the card's pretty stacked, dude.
No, I'm looking at it now. I got it now.
And then they got a couple matches in there where they got like a Russian MMA fighter versus another Russian MMA fighter. Blades is wrestling a Russian wrestler. She's on the Russian team. She's just not very good. She doesn't have any good senior. She doesn't have a lot of senior results, but. And then you got, of course, you got Chimaev Woodley.
Yeah, top of the card. So once
And
again,
you got Sadulayev's back against Bronigal.
All right, so let me ask you a question. All right, so Child versus Woodley or Burroughs versus however you say his last name, which one would you put at the top of the card?
You know, to be honest, with how popular Jordan Burroughs is in Iran and Russia, he's probably more well-known in Russia and Iran than he is in the United States. I would have Burroughs way farther up on the card for that simple reason.
Mm-hmm.
But they got like half the cards for belts too. So it's like it's tough.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. Chimaev and Woodley, you know, popularity-wise, name-wise, they're both up there enough to where everybody's gonna pay attention.
Yeah, that and Sadulayev's like the greatest wrestler in Russian history. So you can't, you know what I mean? Like in Russia, you can't put Burroughs above them on that card in Russia. You could do it somewhere else, but not Russia. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Like
I get it.
Sadulayev is basically like Russia's Jordan Burroughs or Russia's John Smith or Russia's Kyle Snyder. You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is Russians are crazy. They bang at the drop of a hat. Every time my partner would go, "Hey, we're heading to Russia," I'd be like, "All right." I give him the two fingers. I go, "Let me know how it go."
Yeah.
Not going, buddy.
I always make the joke that like Russians are like the craziest of the whites on planet Earth.
If I didn't see it enough times with my own eyes, and then
It's like them and the Albanians.
Yeah, Albanians. Yeah, that's close. That's close. To see the level of how I don't give a fuck from the Russians is you got to be made of stern stuff. If you're gonna mess with the Russians, you got to be prepared to go where it goes because it's going there. It is going there 100%. If me and you were in a room and you was talking shit to a Russian, I'll be like, Chris, you got hands? you going to need them immediately. Now I ain't gonna let you go out like that. But
especially if there's a few bottles of vodka in that room.
Yeah. Shoot, they don't need that. I'll see them fight with water.
No, I'm just saying.
They don't need anything.
That is their water. That is their water. That's why it's clear, dude.
And
it's potato water.
Their pride is on a whole nother level, dude. If you embarrass them or you make them act like they don't have to stand on business, you went for a long haul. You went for a long haul.
To be fair, that's any Eastern European.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Now that I agree with you. That's pretty much probably in whatever rule books they use. It's probably all the same books. They embarrass you, start swinging. That's probably what it says. They talk noise, start swinging.
He said, "Here's Marv again."
You're right. A fight will happen, Marv. You are 100% correct. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen them fight each other. I've seen them fight the coach. I've seen them fight the ref. I've seen them fight everybody. I was like, Lord.
So yeah.
And then the funny part, why they swinging? I will put my camera up. They'll pause, smile, give me the thumbs up, and get back to swinging. I was like, all right.
Yeah. They do it for fun, dude.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care. But other than that, when they're eating and having fun, just chilling, great people.
Yep,
great people.
Well, it's like anything else, right? You got to know. You got to know your audience.
Yep.
You got to know who to. I'm trying to look to see if there's anything on Raf's page, but I guess it's up in the air. Wait, what was this? I guess it's like up in the air if Raf Russia is going to get streamed in the U.S. or not.
Well, they don't want to discourage you, so they're not going to say anything until close to go time. Because they say anything now, that's going to disrupt. That's going to frustrate everybody. So you ain't going to know till the last minute.
But to be fair, it'll frustrate me even more if it's last minute.
And that's exactly why they do it, because you're going to keep your hopes up all the way to the last minute. Because you want it to happen. You want to be positive.
Yeah, but it's not going to do any good to wait till the last minute because we can't watch it. They're going to lose a bunch of fucking money.
Well, yeah.
Think about it.
I'm pretty positive they're gonna sell out.
Yeah, but
I'm positive that.
Sure, you get ticket sales, but like, how many worldwide views are you missing out on if you don't stream it?
Yeah. And we have to. There's no story we can tell. Only thing we can say is who won, who lost. We can't say how they won, how they lost. We can't say what made it a good match. So we'll be struggling with content because we've been playing catch up. Now, if it's pre-recorded, then they're gonna upload it later on YouTube. That's different, but
Well, what I hope they do is they do a little. If they don't stream it if Fox Nation ain't gonna stream it, they need to go to like some independent dude and be like pay-per-view the shit.
Yeah, that could be it.
Pay-per-view it.
Is Fox Nation can't stream it? Yeah, let's get somebody a couple of hours to stream it, off their platform just because.
A private company can pay-per-view it. There ain't nothing they can do about that.
Very true.
That gets around all the sanctions. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Very true.
Because then the pay-per-view company is doing business with the U.S. company RAF.
Yeah.
They're not doing business with any country in Russia. any business in Russia.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, that's what I would do if I had to do it.
Well, I like to say I'm staying positive. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with something. I don't think they're gonna just
I just can't imagine they would actually go through with it and go there if that's the end result of, oh, we're not going to be able to stream it.
Well, that's what I thought too. I go. The fact that they're going, streaming it should not have been a problem.
Like
because going there is harder than streaming.
Like it's called Real American Freestyle.
Yeah.
And you're going to go someplace and not stream it in America. Like what? There's no, they had to have had some reassurances before they went. Had to have.
Well, the only thing I'm thinking about is,
or move the shit to Poland.
is what we don't know is if Russia on a blackout, meaning nothing coming in, nothing going out. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly not, because they're all flying in there.
Yeah.
I
mean blackout media wise. So they'll shut down social media. They shut down a lot when they're going through situations. You know what I'm saying? So
I think
we'll see.
I think one of two things happens. Either it gets figured out and they stream it from Moscow, or they move it to a neighboring country where it can be streamed.
Yeah. Now that I would thought they would have already figured out. The plan B is move it next door.
I think one of the two will happen.
Yeah. I'm based off what you just said. I think it'll get streamed. Based off that, when you just move it next door to stream it, I think, and it won't be that much of an issue.
Like Moscow isn't that far by train to most European countries, so
yeah.
If you keep it in Eastern Europe somewhere, you'll be fine.
So we're gonna find out.
So we'll see.
Yep.
Now for our last topic of the night. UFC 331. Pantoja 2.
Hold on. Go ahead. I'm gonna punch it up. Go ahead.
I'm trying to see what's on there besides. So this is on September 19th. So this is this month too.
Yeah.
And Sarukian's fighting on this card too. Sarukian's the co-main against Ruffy. Mm-hmm. Then you got Patricio Pitbull versus Choi Doo-hoo. Gable Stevenson's on this card.
Tell you.
Tuivasa's on this card.
Gable's getting it done.
Yeah, that's a good card, man. You got Sarukian Ruffy, Pantoja Van, Gable Stevenson, Tuivasa. Bro.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. We got Van. Yeah, Van. That's the main one. Van Protasia. Ah, damn! I forgot. I'll supposed to talk about that. I'm talking about that to tomorrow. That I guarantee that's the biggest story on this card.
Well, it should be. Because does Van even have the belt if Pantoja doesn't fuck himself up?
I'm dying to see how.
We all remember how Van won the belt.
Yeah.
Because Pantoja basically blew his knee out.
That was elbow.
Or his elbow, yeah.
I'm dying to see if he's back 100%. Because I'm not saying it's a hard injury to come back from, but there's always some doubt. Every time you threw that arm, I'm going to grab it and fuck with it. That's all I'll be doing.
Well, he's been out for a minute, man.
Yeah. The biggest thing about this, other than that matchup itself, is Van truly earned the right to fight him. By how he beat old buddy, Japanese guy.
Japanese dude.
Yep. If he didn't fight the way he fought and the way he whooped that ass, this fight will be a whole bunch of all Pantoja and nothing about Van, but Van has earned this match the right way to go. I can handle this guy.
Well, I mean, regardless of how he earned it, this match was going to happen. If he had the belt when Pantoja was healthy, it didn't matter what Van did. This match was going to happen.
No, but going to happen, Van would have no momentum. It wouldn't even really be a story. It was like, well, you know how you want it. We don't care much about you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's true.
Give up the belt. But since he did what he did, people are now really going, damn, I'm wanting to see how he might be able to win this. He earned the hope he has now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. I see that too. I see that. That's for sure. I want to see it because, I mean, dude, Pantoja looked unbeatable until he got hurt.
He was unbeatable. It was until he got hurt. He didn't get beat then. He just lost the belt. He didn't get beat. You know what I'm saying? So he's still unbeatable.
Why no? I'm just saying, like, I want to see if, because, Pantoja's got some. It's not like he's going to be lacking any motivation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this is a situation where, Van's super motivated to prove that he deserves to be the champ, right? And finally beat him. But at the same time, Pantoja's like, man, bitch, you shouldn't even have the belt.
I'm curious of how no, he should have the belt.
No, but I'm saying from Pantoja's point of view.
Oh,
he's saying, bitch, the only reason you have that belt is because I had a freak accident.
I'm more curious on how Pantoja is gonna fight him. Because if they make it a stand-up, right? If Pantoja goes, I'm gonna play it safe, I'm gonna take him down and submit him so that I don't run the risk of hurting my arm. I can see that. But that's not going to prove what fans want to know. Fans want to know, can he survive Van's strikes? Can he handle those blows? And he's supposed to be able to. He's supposed to have a granite chin. He took a lot of shots.
It doesn't matter. I think it's stupid to stand up with Van. I think it's dumb.
Well, we talk about the entertainment side of the sport, buddy. Just like Islam wait to the 5th round to go, all right, I can't go out like that. Let me go ahead and take this motherfucker down and get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? But he could have grappled him all 5 rounds if he wanted to, but he did.
I mean, he should have, because when he didn't look very good.
Well, when you gotta grapple a bigger guy in the earlier rounds, that sucks. They don't need to do that shit. I agree.
I mean, he caught him with the old foot, the face kick.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like.
Nah, he had some moments. Finally, Armand gets a match. Coleman too, so.
This Armand match is actually pretty important, because I think if Armand wins this match, you have to give him a belt shot.
Oh, guaranteed. I agree.
No choice.
He's gonna
get Gaethje.
I think didn't Gaethje even ask for Armand? He asked for Armand.
I don't remember.
I think he said the only one who really deserves a match with me is Armand. I think he even said that.
I mean, it's correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the correct answer.
Well, but Gaethje is for the fighters. That makes sense because it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? No politics. Armand has earned it 10 times over. It's just the politics is why he never got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So, and I'm glad Gaethje is standing on that. Like I said, because Gaethje had to go through the same bullshit too. Gaethje had to figure out a way to get that shot. He goes, I'm going to fucking retire if you don't give me some shit. And Dana was like, fuck you, go retire. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for freaking daggone Taporia going through that shit with his wife, Gaethje would not have got that fight. It would have been Topuria and Paddy the Baddy. It wouldn't have been Justin Gaethje.
So I wonder this. Let's say Arman gets his title shot. Let's say Arman wins the belt. Is his first title defense going to be against Topuria?
Yep, without a doubt. I don't know. Arman's heavy. If Arman gonna be the top of that weight class that he's gonna be in, I don't. Hey, Topuria's small.
I mean, I agree. Topuria should go back down.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't think Topuria. Everybody should be saying, "Look, dude, leave this weight class alone. Bring your ass."
Unless Topuria's planning on taking this year where he's not going to fight, because he's probably not going to fight this year, right?
Mm.
Unless he's planning on taking this next year and putting on 15, 20 pounds of muscle.
Well, I mean, he has to put it on and fight with it. It ain't one thing just to put it on. It's another thing to put it on and use it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he puts on the right weight in the right spots.
No, but yeah, putting it on in the right spots, he still has to use it on a regular basis before, like I said, put on the weight. Say you put on the weight in the first 2 months of a year. Then the rest of the 8 months is you fighting on that weight to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Be able to catch your breath after going 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Being in the clinch, taking down, taking shots, getting back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go through all that shit to know that you can handle this weight. It ain't just because you put it on.
I agree. The more muscular you get, the more your cardio changes.
Yep. And like I said, he thought his chin was granite, and for the most part, it did hold up. But
I mean, he did stay awake the whole fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, he does have a fucking chin because Gaethje did rock him a few times, and he took it to the face.
No, I would say he did have a good chin. I don't think he has one now.
I mean, he didn't get knocked out.
Because, like I said, you have two parts of a chin. One is the chin is just there. You get hit blindsided or you get seeing it coming, your chin can take it. The other is you're knowing how to keep yourself in a position till you never get a clean shot because you know how to make sure you don't get a clean shot. I don't think Topuria, I'm not saying he's gun shy. I'm saying that he ain't gonna stand in the pocket like he used to.
I mean, not that weight at his size, no.
That's it. There's nothing. Gaethje gets to walk off into the sunset. Never will have to worry about fighting Topuria again.
But there's nobody in that weight class below that can knock Topuria out. Not a chance.
And that's the only way. That's the only way he's gonna get back to the mystique that he had, right? Because if he fights Paddy may get him.
I mean, Paddy's got a chin too. Paddy took a bunch of shots from Gaethje too.
That's what I'm saying.
And stayed on his feet.
Paddy may get him.
Now the flip side, the same exact conversations to be had for Pereira too, right?
What you mean?
Like the same exact situation is there. Like Pereira needs to go back down too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same situation. Like, that's why pound per pound rankings are so fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, to be perfectly honest with you, the bigger you get, the less overall talent you have to have.
Well, I mean, it depends if you were always big. If you was always big, it is what it is. But you go up. Because like I said, let me see. DC is the only one that has made it work from 205 to heavyweight across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Well, John Jones did too.
Oh, yeah. But John Jones was elite. I mean, I can't really say that with John Jones simply because he's just a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? Didn't Randy Couture wasn't always a heavyweight, was he? No. He was. I mean, he went up. I mean, he was another one that went
Couture
from.
Did it too. Couture might have been the first one to do it, right? To go.
Yeah,
up.
Couture had. I think he had 3 weight classes, not 2. I think he went.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think he did.
Yeah. So So technically,
but also a freak of nature.
the three goats based off that is Couture, Henderson, and Cormier. Dan Henderson was a freak of nature too.
You talk about guys who were able to move up and keep trucking.
Yeah, that was able to fight in different ways. Because like I said, when he fought in Pride, he was fighting heavy dudes all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
well, Henderson also came up in a completely different world where he was fighting when there still weren't weight classes.
Yo, he was fighting people with guns apparently because the things. Because like I said, everybody when you talk about who hit the hardest, and this had going down the list of people who fought the same guys, 98% said Dan Henderson. They said when Dan Henderson hit you, you thought you died.
Yeah, he had bricks for hands.
Yeah. Outside of Rumble Johnson, he was next. How he made weight.
That's what we'll do. That's what we can do for next week. We'll do our wrestling Mount Rushmore and our MMA Mount Rushmore.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
Because because next week's kind of a lag week. You know, you got RAF Russia coming up, but we don't know what's really going on.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm on downtime now. I'm actually ahead of schedule, so I'm good.
Yeah, so we kind of got like a lull week with UFC, and I'll be honest with you, most UFC fight nights do not interest me at all.
I don't got shit going on through November. I'm supposed to be going to UWW in November. Where we going? We going like some Agistan country.
Probably Kazakhstan.
Something like that. So that's all I got going on right now. So we got time to mix it up. Like I said, I'll look it up once we map some stuff out. I'll start doing some research to catch up. So, but
all right, guys, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the Twitch chat tonight, but I'll try and figure it out. But you know, if you log on, Twitch chat's not logging. Remember, we're always on. We're streaming on YouTube every single Wednesday now too. So you can hop on YouTube. We can see the chat from both Twitch and YouTube. So if it ain't working there, hop on YouTube.
Hey, fight fans. Hey, fight fans. Do you know how much I love hearing Chris say this shit? Because I used to fight Chris every god dang day because he would hit me up and go, "Come on, coach, you ready? Hey, you ready to go?" Because I got to put the shit together. Now he got to put the shit together. All I got to do is click the motherfucking link. So normally I'll go, "Hey man, what's wrong with Twitch, man? You fucking up? You fucking up, man? What you doing?" So to hear him say, "Hey, fight fan, I don't know what happened. I love it. Fix that shit, Chris. What the fuck you doing?"
Hey, I'll figure it out. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's on my end. It could be on Twitch's end. It could be Twitch fucking up.
You better figure it out. These raggedy ass podcasters we got nowadays. All right, man. Let's wrap it up.
All right, guys. So we're going to talk about next week. We're going to kind of go into the GOAT conversations of MMA and wrestling. Get a little. I'm sure most people are going to disagree. Chat. If you're going to come in here and talk shit about our list, you better have your own, and we're going to tell your shit apart too. So don't come on here just saying you wrong. Come with your own list or eat it.
Well, Chris is a little bit different. I'm going to shit on you anyway because I don't give a fuck about kids. So, yeah, that's my take on it. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Now, if you make some good points, I'll give it to you. If you make a good point, I'll give it to you. Other than that, fuck you.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Deuces. All right. Peace out. Good one as usual. Chat, be cool.